Hey, what's up, guys? Kool-Aid here. Today we're going to be talking about the NS-15M. This is the light machine gun member of the NS family, meaning it is only usable by heavy assaults. However, it is usable by all three factions, and it will carry over to any of your characters as long as you purchase it with station cash. Now, if you do purchase this with certification points, it will be locked to that one character. So what we're going to talk about in this video is we're just going to go over some stats. I'm going to give you guys some of my opinions on the weapon, how it kind of fares to against some of the other weapons, and I'll tell you guys which attachments I would recommend using on this weapon. So first of all, let's talk about the damage. The NS-15 is going to do 143 damage out to 10 meters. At that point, it'll start dropping off until it reaches 65 meters, where it will reach its minimum damage of 112. So in this regard, it's actually more like the carbine version as opposed to the assault rifle version that stays at 125 damage out to 65 meters. The rate of fire on this gun is 625 rounds per minute, which is a little bit less than both the assault rifle and the carbine version. So the time to kill on this weapon is actually the slowest out of the three, but it's very, very close and very, very similar feeling to the other two weapons. Now again, one of the great features about the NS weapons is the reload times. The short reload on the NS-15M is going to be 2.15 seconds, and the long reload is going to be 2.5 seconds. So that's very good, especially considering that this is a light machine gun and you're going to have 55 rounds per magazine with a total ammo pool of 220. But that's one of the main features about this gun, one of the main things that will actually kind of set it apart from some of the other LMGs. Another great feature about this weapon is its low recoil for a light machine gun. It's only going to have a 0.3 vertical recoil with a fairly balanced horizontal recoil pulling slightly to the left. It's also going to have a ×2 first shot multiplier, which is actually better than the carbine version of this gun, allowing you to actually be able to tap fire a little bit more and get those longer range kills a little easier. This gun is also very accurate, having an aim down sight cone of fire of 0.1 while standing still, 0.35 while moving, and a 3 while jumping. And that's going to put it somewhere near the top of the light machine gun category. As far as hip fire, cone of fire, it is one of the best LMGs you can have. I think it's actually tied with one or maybe two other LMGs to be the best in that category. It's going to have a hip fire, cone of fire of 2.5 while standing still, 3 while moving, 5 while sprinting, and 7 while jumping. One last stat I wanted to mention is bullet velocity. And the bullet velocity for the NS-15M is 640, which is again going to put it towards the top of the light machine gun category. But another reason I really wanted to mention this is because the NS-11C that just came out had a much slower bullet velocity, making it feel quite a bit different from the NS-11A, which a lot of people really liked. Now the NS-15M, again, like I just mentioned, has that faster bullet velocity, so it's going to feel more like the assault rifle version of the weapon as opposed to the carbine version of the weapon. So if you're kind of had a sour taste in your mouth after using the carbine but were a big fan of the assault rifle version, this is going to feel more like that and might give you more of a reason to check it out. As far as attachments go, all the NS weapons are very versatile. You can kind of plug and play, switch out different things on these, and a lot of different stuff works really well. But I do have a few things that I do like on the NS-15M. So your first decision is high velocity ammunition or soft point ammunition. And I'm typically a pretty big proponent of soft point ammunition, but for this weapon I went with high velocity ammunition. I just wanted to make it as accurate at medium to long range as possible. And with high velocity ammunition on this gun, it is incredibly easy to tap fire and get very accurate shots out at longer ranges. So I do like high velocity. Now it does increase the recoil a little bit. I honestly did not even notice that this gun has such easily controllable recoil to begin with. It's really not a big deal. As far as barrel attachments, again, you could pick from any of the three and you wouldn't be wrong. Now I am running the compensator in all of these clips just because that was my initial thoughts what to go for. Lower that vertical recoil just a little bit. Now, the flash suppressor is also a good option, not just because it helps keep you hidden, but that muzzle flash does really tend to obscure your vision sometimes, especially at night if you're not running night vision optics. Now, the suppressor is also a good option, but I avoided that just because I'm trying to turn this thing into as much of a laser as possible, and I really wanted that higher bullet velocity. For the rail, I initially bought the foregrip, not even thinking about hip firing this weapon, just because LMGs, I typically do not hip fire. I know some are pretty decent at it, but after actually looking over the stats and using this some more, I realized the hip fire potential. Today I switched out the foregrip for a laser, and I do like this much better. I didn't really notice any drop in or any increase in recoil whatsoever from taking the grip off. This gun doesn't have a lot of side-to-side recoil to begin with, so I would suggest going with the laser. Now, you could easily take this gun. I just talked about what setup I like to use. You could easily take this gun, throw the laser, throw soft point, and throw a suppressor on there, and kind of have yourself an assault rifle type weapon with a bigger magazine, and that would work perfectly fine as well. There's just so many different options and setups you can go with these NS weapons that all work really well. So that is one more thing to kind of like about these guns. So the big question is, should you buy it? Well, I can honestly say that I really like this gun. Is it better than other LMGs? Not necessarily. The big thing with this gun and the other NS weapons is that they are incredibly versatile. They're not necessarily great at any one range, even though the NS-15 does have kind of a sweet spot out to medium range, but they're pretty much good at every range. I feel confident in close quarters with this gun. I feel confident at long range, and I feel really good at medium range. So if something like that appeals to you, this is a very good weapon. I can honestly say I do not regret buying it. I'm going to keep using it for a while. I'll probably even play around with more attachments, even though I've already spent like 400 certs on this thing. But I do like this gun. And compared to the other NS weapons, this is easily my favorite. The negatives that come with this one are very negligible, but that extra 20 rounds in that magazine is incredibly nice. The fact that you use this gun on heavy assault is really nice as well, just because the shield that you have can kind of make up for the lowered time to kill if you're going through, kind of a rough situation. The shield will help you get through that with this weapon. So anyways, guys, that's pretty much my thoughts on this. If you have any other questions, please leave them in the comment section. I will do my best to answer them. And if you enjoyed this, please hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you have not already. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. I'll talk to y'all later.
Generator destroyed.